want to go. He didn't want to do all the heavy work, so we did it, and then we knocked on his door. You know what I'm saying? I
Hey
told him
Bill,
at the
I
press
got a
conference.
question. I got a
Huh?
question to ask you, Bill. Uh, about a month ago, that video came up, man, and it looked like somebody pretty much backhands you on it. You know, my question was, how long ago was that video?
That was for the Antonio Moran fight. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
my good friend and my brother, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He called and told me because Dev and them was going back and forth. He called me, he said, "Hey, Shakur is in town and Shakur want to come to the fight." You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Man, of course it's good." You know what I'm saying? I got my side, you got your side. Ain't that there? You know what I'm saying? It's straight. Dev is a little
Mm-hmm.
bit younger than Antonio Moran. You know, I'm that Shakur here, you know what I'm saying, Brudden called me, you know what I mean? And I go out there and meet him. And I go out there
Mm-hmm.
and I'm talking to Shakur, but his partner is is recording me because I'm looking at him like, dude, like he just said, he want me to look him in his face. I'm looking him
Mm-hmm.
in his face just like this. And another
Mm-hmm.
guy is recording me. You know what I'm saying? His
Mm.
his guy is recording me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they've been threatening us, you know what I'm saying, about bringing out the recording and shit like that. I said, dog, I don't care nothing about what I done said. I stand on it. You know what I'm saying? I stand on it. You're a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? The gap when I came and knocked on your door when Devin was, you didn't even know Devin. We knew you. I knew you. The world didn't know you. Just like Tank. When we knocked on Tank's door, nobody knew who Tank was. I know every fighter in the country that's good. And I took my son, knocked on Shakur door in Newark, New Jersey, for him to spar. Knocked on Upton door, come up to Upton. When we walked in the door, Coach Calvin them didn't know who we was. I said, hey man, we here. You know, you got a good fighter. You know, Tank, man. I've been studying this shit. I'm coming, but guess what? Calvin told me, he said, man, I'm glad you came. We couldn't get no sparring. He didn't even know Deb was an amateur, right? But the thing about it is, because I travel and fuck with it, and I done been locked up, I done been federal pension all over the states. I know it don't matter. Every man, if man is man, it don't matter where you from. He on man time. Devin is on man time because I raised him like that. You don't think because a guy is from New York or a guy from the Bronx or a guy from, I mean, I'm just this New York, same shit. But a guy from the Bronx or a guy from St. Louis or Detroit or Chicago or whatever, you're on man time. So when it came down to it, Dev, he don't think about it like that. So when you start saying about because you come out the streets, he don't give a fuck about because you come out the streets or because you a blood or because you a Crip. We're from Oakland, man. We ain't no Bloods and Crips in Oakland. We don't give a fuck about that shit. Period. Period. So being a solid dude, if you can get any money out of the streets, nobody else in your house is supposed to be in the streets if you really get money. How do you say you a street nigga, but everybody in your family is in the streets? You not a real street nigga. Street niggas don't let their kids go to the street. They wife, they mama, and all that shit. You getting enough money that this okay. Our plan is to one day have something, to be something. And God gave me a vision. I stuck to the plan and the vision that He gave me, and got out the streets. But I homeschool my kids. I homeschool Sean. You can see him. I homeschool my kids because a lot of times I was I was in the right class, but I was the wrong peers. I was in the right class, but I had the wrong peers that were more influential to me at that age than my teacher was. You see what I mean? So now I cut that umbilical cord with Devin, and I said, nah, man, you ain't nigga, we're gonna take some pride in being a Haney, and we're gonna educate, we're gonna do everything, we're gonna be at the house and we're gonna do it. Your uncles and all, you got enough niggas, uncles that come out the streets. Any kind of story, any of that shit. So I think when they talk about that, the story resonates more um, with what we're doing, and people just don't know it. It hits more to the guy that's at home right now trying to get his kid to not go to the streets. That's what hits. And the kid not listening to him, right? Not listening to him because of the peer pressure in there. I suffer from that. A nigga could tell me something and then I'm just following and doing it. Dev, no, he wasn't gonna do that. He got that focus. He got that drive. He couldn't, you couldn't go tell him right now, hey man, why don't you put in on this diesel truck worth of cocaine to go over here? And I'm telling you, nobody is gonna know about it. No, you can't convince him to do that.